What's up, fam, and welcome back to Recap Kickback. It's me, your host, Chappell, and I'm back to bring you some more black-ass holiday cheer with another iteration of Recap Kickback. And this time, we're talking about a recent black movie on Netflix. It's called Meet Me Next Christmas, starring Christina Milian and a host of other people. And with me, I had to bring back some people who, I be asking, are they going to be here? And a lot of times they say no. So, returning Tricie J from A Who All Gonna Be There, and with her, Rock from A Who All Gonna Be There for his first appearance here on Recap Kickback. Welcome, y'all.
What's up? What's up? Thanks for having us.
First of all, let's clear the air because Chappell get her talking crazy, talking about we say no.
I've been getting a lot of like one. Oh yeah, exactly. That they got the perfect name for their podcast because they be like, who? What we finna talk about?
Who gonna be there?
Who gonna be there? I said, okay, but I'm so happy to have y'all. I'm happy to have y'all. I really am. But Tricie J, obviously you're a fan favorite here. I definitely get people being like, when your cousin Tricie coming back? Like she coming.
I'm back, y'all.
She back. But Rock, this is your first time. Danita, it's Christmas. Welcome back for the holidays.
Danita, it's Christmas.
Well, you better ho,
we coming?
Yeah, you better ho ho ho. What's up, hey. Rock? Can you tell the people a little bit about yourself and what you do over on the A Who All Gonna Be There podcast?
Absolutely. So, as he said, I'm of course from A Who All Gonna Be There podcast. I'm mostly our person, our coordinator. So I'm talking to the people, getting the interviews. I'm in everybody's mentions. I'm live tweeting the shows. So I'm the person. If you looking at who's talking on the account, it's mostly me. I'm posting the videos. I'm doing everything over there in terms of uploading all the hard work that don't nobody else want to do. That's me. But I'm chill. I'm laid back. I like to laugh. That's all I do is laugh. And, I'm just happy to be in the midst with my cousins. I'm glad to be around fam. Glad to be there.
Yes. Welcome, cousin. So we're definitely going to give y'all time to plug what y'all got going on A Who All Gonna Be There. But first, we must talk about this movie, Meet Me Next Christmas, starring Christina Milian. I've been looking at other holiday content, thinking, okay, what are we going to cover? What are we going to talk about? And for some reason, Meet Me Next Christmas pop up on Netflix. I'm like, oh, we got a new black movie. It feels black.
Right.
Now, my first question before we even get into this, is this a black movie? Because Christina Milian, she black.
Devale, see, hold on. You didn't give Devale his credit now.
Yeah.
He's a star.
Yeah. He is star. Yeah, we got a few people. I think was it Kofi as well? Kofi. Who else is in this movie? Yeah, Kofi. Cerebo was in this movie as well. But I like to ask the question.
Kaylin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got to listen. And then that one guy from Pentatonix.
Yeah, it's two of them, ain't it? They got two black members.
They got two. One named Kevin, and the other one named, I ain't gonna say his name because I forgot. But it is two of them. It's two of them.
So definitively speaking, this is a black Christmas movie, right?
It's a black Christmas movie.
The two lead people are black, therefore it classifies as a black movie. We see black people on the screen for a majority of the time, so it counts as a black movie.
Okay, I will take it. Now, I'm assuming y'all have seen other black Christmas movie. Rock, I'll start with you. What is your favorite black Christmas movie?
Oh, this Christmas. Gotta be hands down. It's cliche, but I think it just happened in the era where I thought I was Chris Brown back in the day. And so when Chris Brown was in there, so I was like, this is just my movie, and it just kind of stuck with me. So this Christmas.
Yeah. Tricie, you a this Christmas girly too? That's what you're down for?
Listen, I ain't gonna even lie to you. When this Christmas came out, to me it was like this Chris. Okay, I definitely had the Chris Brown posters on my wall. I was like, we go together. He don't know it yet, but we do. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen that movie. I don't even know a numerous amount of times. I know every song in that movie. It's definitely top tier for me.
So when it comes to black Christmas movies, I be torn between like I don't know if The Preacher's Wife counts, but to me it counts. Yeah, to me it counts. And then
Christmas movie to me, it's on my top 5.
Right. And then between that and Friday After Next. So I really just don't know which one is number one for me. But recently I guessed it on the Was It Good Though podcast, and they talked about The Best Man Holiday. And I was arguing that to me that's not really a Christmas movie because it's kind of sad. Christmas not like Santa not really in it. You know, it's very messy. But so I have to ask, do y'all think that counts as a Christmas movie? Because where do we draw the line?
It's not Christmas because they hanging up a tree and they decorating it, but it's not centered around Christmas. Like,
listen,
it didn't give me holly or jolly.
It's not a Christmas movie, but it's a holiday movie, if that makes sense.
Oh, that's not
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you chilling at the house, all the cousins together, y'all say, let's put on a movie. Let's watch Best Man Holiday. You know what I'm saying? It's not like necessarily for, you could be watching around Thanksgiving, you could be watching around Christmas, but it's in that holiday realm, but it's not really Christmas, if that makes sense. That's where I put it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna land on Friday After Next and then put The Preacher's Wife as like number 2 on my. I like that.
Okay.
But
that's fair.
I will say this: I really enjoyed Meet Me Next Christmas. Okay, like I watched it, it was cute or whatever, and then I was like, okay, I could kind of get with this. It was holly, it was giving jolly as well, right?
It was real cute.
Yeah. How did you feel about it? Tricie J, is this in the rankings? Like, are this one you gonna tell other people like, no, you can really watch this one? Because I felt like I can recommend this to people.
I told the group chat immediately, like, watch this, right? I'm a Christmas girly, right? I'm the person that's gonna put that Christmas tree up October 2nd. Okay. I really am one of those Christmas people. Me and Eric, we actually went and watched this twice. Okay. And then one thing about me, I am not a person that likes to rewatch things.
Me.
And I rewatched it and I was like really watching it like I ain't seen it before. It was really, really cute. It was funny. It captivated my attention. If you ain't seen it yet, go watch it. But I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand for it because I too love Christmas movies. Like that's something that me and my mom always do. Like we love some Hallmark movies down. And then when was it? I don't know if it was on network when they started doing the Black Hallmark movies. We really was loving them, right? And so I was super excited for this because I've followed Devale on Instagram and his family. I love his family. He's just a great dude in general. So to see him, and I love me some Christina Milian because love don't cost a thing. She had me since then.
If it's low, pick it up slow. Yeah. You were doing that thing.
You could have without singing that at least once.
You had to do it at least once. I really did enjoy this, and I'm not holly or jolly. I'm a very happy person, but Christmas movies just don't do it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like for the most part, that's why mine is Friday After Next. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, like I don't really need the Christmas themed movies because a lot of times they're very like predictable. But sometimes I think they're cheesy. But sometimes you need that, right? Sometimes you need to be able to just relax. You don't need a lot of stress.
Today's world.
Right, exactly. I'm telling you, the Best Man Holiday is ghetto. They are over there fighting over people. They're fighting over people, man, and then they cheating on each other. It's a book about somebody. It's a lot going on over there. This was so light. There's almost no conflict in it at all, and it still left you feeling warm at the end of it. So if y'all haven't watched this yet, go check it out. And then come back and listen to the podcast because we're of course going to talk about it, at length. But we definitely want to give it a shout out and say like, no, this was good. Absolutely. And if you slept on it, wake up. Wake up. Netflix don't give us a lot of good stuff, but when we get it, you got to like hype it up.
Yep.
Yeah. And it honestly, as somebody like, it gave me a little hope. I was like, that's a cute little meet cute. Where's my airport meet cute? Like I want give this to me. Like I can find this. I'm gonna run into the
custard dish. Get you some little custard dishes, and then you drop one, and then you see what happened. You never know.
It fall into the purse, and then I take it home or something. Like, that's what it gave me hope. I was like, this is nice. I like it.
Yeah, it was really good. Like you said, it starred Christina Milian as Layla, Kofi Cerebo as James, Devale Ellis as Teddy, and Tamika Tafari as Roxy. So very black cast. And I guess we could go ahead and just get into the plot of this whole thing because Layla is rushing home. She's trying to see Pentatonix with her mom, with her man, and then so she's got a plan, but she's traveling during the holidays. So it's a lot going on. She ends up getting stuck and she bumps into a man named James. Now, she bumps into, well, I guess first she bumps
Teddy
into Teddy. She bumps into Teddy
Mhm.
first. And this is one of those things like the movie tries not to telegraph what's going on, but the fact that she meets Teddy and they have an interaction and then she meets James, it's kind of like the James interaction was to distract you from the Teddy thing, which is really what we should be looking at. Could you tell that in the very beginning, Tricie?
At first, no. Now I think about it. No.
Yeah.
They
We were surprised when Teddy came back up.
Gonna be, yeah. I said, oh. And you want to know what? When I first watched it back, when I first watched it, I was just like, oh, that's cute. Like, I'm all like for the like cute little moments. Like, that would have been cooler if they had did the like thing, but like the relationship between them. But I can already see this is gonna be like the main, because he's on the picture. I was like, okay, they threw me for a loop there.
Yeah, and James walks in after Teddy leaves, and his thing is like, oh, him and Layla, they link up and click quick instantly. They talk about HBCUs. I think one of them
Shout out to Lakes in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, oh, we gotta have rock.
I said Oklahoma.
Right, Oklahoma.
Put us on the map, Netflix.
What the heck is Oklahoma?
Right, they doing the lifting, trying to put Oklahoma on the back. All right.
Hell's up.
Yeah, it's Oklahoma.
Langston Lions.
Right. What's happening? So yeah, they really do bond over just this moment. And she realizes, like, I got Teddy's gift, but I ain't worried about that. Because look at James. If he's single and I'm single in a year, why don't we just link up and go to the Pentatonix concert? Because it happens all the time. And that could be our whole thing, right? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And yeah, but see, Rock, correct me if I'm wrong. She got a man.
She got a man. That's what I was.
This is a body. This is a body. This is a body. This is a body. This is a body.
Hold on.
This is a body.
Me and Eric had this conversation.
It's a body. It's a body, Tricie. It's a body.
If we being real, yes. Old boy was at home cheating and doing the dirt.
We didn't know
We
that.
didn't know that.
Hold on. You left the door open for old dude though. You got a man. You supposed
wide
to
open.
Hey, I got a man.
I'ma leave the door.
You left the door open, so sis,
it's a body.
You cheating a little bit yourself.
She had sex. It don't even feel like they was in the airport lobby, and she had sex with this man.
She linked up, connected with him.
Did you see they connected the headphones? I said
that was like the avatar
crazy.
When they connect their braids. That's what that was.
Is nasty.
That's nasty.
Yeah, you basically exchange fluids with that man.
Raw dog. No protection. Another. She nasty. I said you cheated. So right now I don't feel whatever this is. I don't support it because this is wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah. I'm glad we agreed on that because I was like, they gonna drag me. I feel like
this is cute, but you cheating.
They cheating.
But you cheating.
Yeah.
Low key, high key.
Yeah.
But I got a man. But okay.
Mm-hmm. Right. But in a year, if I don't, what would that be? Excuse me.
Which would probably wrong.
Right.
Stop it. So I called shenanigans on this immediately. The dirtiest Mac. Oh yeah, you got so that's what I'm saying. She started it. I'm gonna just put it like that. But we do see.
No, she did not start it because he was already in his knickers.
We don't know what we don't know. We don't know.
They have been. Now they have been doing that for a while.
They
don't
know.
I
mean,
we don't know.
We don't.
I know.
He got the vibe when she came back. He was like, "You've been sharing AirPods with you. Okay, I see you. I'm gonna get my lick back." That's what happened. I justice for
because he's talking about
for this man.
Well, you wasn't supposed to be home yet. See,
real.
He been doing it.
That's real. That's real. She gets home and, like you said, they supposed to go out to dinner and he already cheated. But like I said, she cheated first. So I'm just saying, I see both sides.
But we should know that this is like a year later, though. She didn't just go home and he was cheating. Like this was like a year later when she found out.
Right. Some time has definitely passed by, and we now see that okay, she is single, and maybe, just maybe, that whole conversation about fate and James in the airport might come back up. But we'll have to see if that's even a thing, because her and her girl Tamika, they look it up. Well, I guess Tamika's her actor name, but Roxy and her, they look up.
Real one.
I love Roxy. Yeah.
Roxy real. I'm not even gonna lie to you. She said, "No, let's look up Airport James because you need to bounce back." Okay, and so they're like, "We gonna Google James from Philly." Now, I just feel like there's a lot of niggas named James from Philly. Tricie, come on.
It's
now.
probably like a lot times 10.
Yeah, like that's probably the most popular name in Philadelphia for sure. Is James. Like, what are you doing? So, so the crazy part about it is that like she gave up on Airport James, and I was like, I know you ain't been thinking about him the whole time. The whole time this been happening, like in the back of your mind, this is still kind of been like permeating, right? But she realized that she didn't even get her Pentatonix tickets like she wanted to see, because her boy Tanner, who was cheating on her, wanted to see Macklemore. Now, Rock, this is a red flag. Because why do you want to see Macklemore for what?
Macklemore.
What about for that screen for Christmas?
For Christmas, Macklemore.
It's already something. It's something in the milk one cleaned in.
Right, sounds like someone's cheating. So
I think Roxy said there was a red flag right there. Didn't Roxy say that?
Yeah, because it's real. Because you gotta know, like, you got Christmas. You can buy tickets on Christmas to see anybody, and you chose Macklemore. No disrespect, Macklemore makes some music. He makes songs, but like Christmas songs.
Well, I'm not going to go see you for Christmas.
No,
and he knows that you love Pentatonix, and this is what y'all do all the time.
And decided to be like, nah, we're gonna see what I want to see. Huh?
Right, Macklemore. Okay,
you can saw him in July.
Right, or never. I'm telling you, it's fine. You don't have to see him.
Or YouTube. YouTube has lots of.
What did he say? The music ain't that great. I listen to that on the iPod.
On the iPod. So they end up on the Pentatonix website, and lo and behold, there is Airport James just skinning and grinning about his tickets. I guess he gonna be there. And so it does feel like, to your point, Tricie, we're a few minutes into the movies. It feels like this is the direction we're going. Is she going to be able to meet up with Airport James for this holiday? But look, them ticket prices, I'm talking about $4,000 for some tickets and all kinds of stuff. Like, this was a lot. I'm not paying. No disrespect, but again, we got Pentatonix at home. We got YouTube
on the iPod. I'm telling you,
dude.
On the iPod.
I got Spotify Premium. Okay.
Yes, look, YouTube TV just went up, so I don't have YouTube TV no more. But
just canceled her because of that.
It's time to go. It's time to go.
We were talking about Survivor. I said I had to watch this on like regular TV, like a regular person, because you know what? That it sent me that email and went up. I said, you about to get cut off.
The end.
Y'all don't have $100 worth of content to be charging folks.
You don't. And it still got ads. Stop playing with me. Stop.
Still had ads. Like,
still have ads. The nerve of these people. So yeah,
YouTube.
Please, for the love of God, stop playing with us. So Roxy has a plan. She knows of concierge service called Impromptu, where you can get whatever you want. Like, these people will go out and they are miracle workers. And the first thing in the morning, she's gonna send people to get these tickets. Now, I've never used one of these services. Rock, are you familiar with something like this?
I am not, but I was going to mention something right before you got there. So Roxy mentioned something very important to Layla. She was like, you kind of need to kind of pick somebody different than your usual picks, because your man that you chose you need to choose somebody that's kind. Do they have good values? Because this man's a doctor and he made you a snack or some food that had nuts in it and you're allergic to nuts. So you need to find somebody that's the opposite of that. And I think that was important.
Yeah, I mean, it is very important, because we see that she has a type. Layla is like, it's successful men, these doctors, they got money, but they don't seem to be care too much about Layla. But look, James is going to be different, y'all, because they met at the airport and they
already said it.
They already did it. They already did it. I seen y'all do it in the airport lobby. So let's just be very clear. Like, it's too late to be asking about if this man has nuts or not. We know he does. And so we at Impromptu, we run into Teddy. Teddy works there. And I'm like, hey, I remember him. He was at the airport too.
Yeah, that's my guy, Teddy. Like, come on.
Yeah. So that's when I started thinking, oh, okay. I'm starting to see what's going on here, because Teddy is bad at his job. He works at Impromptu and they're ready to fire him. They're like, look, you got one last client. It's this lady. She wants to get these Pentatonix tickets. Talk to her. See if you can help her out. And Tricie, this is where, again, I'm like, kind of like, oh, okay, because she still got his custard dish, but they don't remember each other. That's the part that was really blowing me, is that he kind of was like, do I remember you from somewhere?
High school.
But they couldn't put it together.
Lincoln Park.
They couldn't put it.
Yeah.
You look familiar.
But
Don't I
but
know
they
you from
dancing
somewhere?
around it. They dancing around it, right? So I was kind of like, okay. I feel like this is where the Christmas spirit gonna come in. You know, it's gonna start to guide us in this direction. Because he's checking the websites, and you know, this is a concierge service. They got to do what they got to do. They got their steps that they got to take. But like, sir, you need to check the website first. Like, stop playing with me. Like, that was the first thing
you
I
gotta
did.
check StubHub. Check that. Oh, you gotta check that. You gotta check this. Check that. Check that.
She ran down.
Don't you think I started there? You know what I'm saying? Before I called the concierge service, I hit my Googles. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had to make sure, you know.
What you think I called you?
Right. I could have did that myself. So she got a little attitude about it too. Because she really kind of be like, Teddy, you playing games. And I'm trying to find my man. My whole entire romantic future hinges on this. And so
then I think it was funny too, because it was a running joke when she was like, oh, who are you? He was like, oh, I'm your concierge. She was like, oh, I couldn't tell because everybody else got suits on.
Right.
Really playing him because it wasn't that serious. They tried to make it seem like he had on suspenders, like, or something like y'all are really doing too much. He got on slacks and a shirt. Relax.
Because then the dude, I know we jumped ahead, but old dude was like, I thought you was the intern, and the old lady, I thought you was the youth pastor. Like, it just kept digging at him when he had on, man.
No, she did get offered the picture. The tickets for OnlyFans pictures of her feet, I think. And Tricie, I ain't gonna lie to you. She ain't real. Because it's just
you ain't trying to be the love of your life. It's just feet.
It's just feet. It's just feet.
Feet, fake. They go together.
If you are listening to this podcast right now,
feet would have been up in her.
If you are listening, are you listening to this podcast and you pay money for feet pics? Please, for the love of God, DM me, because I have 2 feet. I will put an anklet on, a pinky toe ring if
fresh
I need
manicure too, right?
Right. I will not, especially if you pay.
I'm not giving my toes done today, but after
they may want crustables.
Not crustables.
They may want your feet crusty. I know Tricie that wants
Tricie said she's getting her feet done next week, so perfect time to get some crustables going. You know, so
it'll be fresh. They're gonna be fresh.
I just feel like if you really wanted this man, feet pictures is not asking a lot. Like, come on, y'all. What are we doing?
You would have got my feet pics.
Okay, short ass movie. So the whole time, Teddy's still trying to figure out where he knows him from. I think they go to like this kiosk guy, and the kiosk is closed. And she was low key getting on my nerves because I'm like, man, if you can do this on your own, why are you bothering me for it? Because every time I got something to say, no, I got to.
Yeah, I would have been like, I will call you when I get you. You can go to the house. This is my job.
Literally, because he didn't want her following him. He was like, what you doing? She was like, my romantic future hinges on this. I'm just going to follow you. Who gave you permission?
Right. Get off of me, lady. Come on now. She's coming off a little desperate. So, and speaking of desperate, he decides to DM Pentatonix. Just directly, like, hold on, I'm going to just ask them for this all the way, just straight out, and just see if a Christmas miracle can happen. Yeah. Now, Rock, I did not know that Pentatonix was in this movie. I didn't know nothing about the movie. I pressed play and just started watching it. So when they said, oh, I'm a DM Pentatonix, and then Pentatonix showed up, I said, oh, Netflix got money. Okay, y'all go for Pentatonix.
Hey, look.
The budget is nice.
I'm about to be this person. So I have heard of a group called Pentatonix. I have.
Oh.
Did I know who Pentatonix was before I hit play? Did not.
Oh, so you was today years old, you know.
But I've heard the songs that they sung. I was like, oh. And you want to know what's funny? Y'all know I have children. My life revolves around them. Miss Rachel, if y'all haven't heard her, Miss Rachel has the black dude that do the beatboxing. He be doing it on Miss Rachel, and they just dropped a new one. I'd be like, oh, like I know you now.
Come on, connection.
Like I know you, and it's so funny how our worlds collide. But yeah, I'm a fan now.
So Pentatonix is an a cappella group, and I remember hearing about them. I remember watching them on a show called The Sing Off. I believe it was season 3, and they hit the scene, and it was like instantly kind of like they the front runners. You know, there was a lot of very talented people, but it was just like it was very clear.
It was a singing show.
Yeah, and it was all a cappella. All these a cappella groups, kind of like American Idol. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could probably find it. I think it's on NBC, so maybe on Peacock or something. But yeah, 3 seasons at least. but they were on the third season, and it was kind of like when they popped out, it instantly
Like,
you
you
could
know,
tell
that's
that
it.
they were like, yeah, you could tell they were a
That's
standout. And so
crazy.
they were so talented, and I think they've actually changed the group up since then. I think Avi has left the group, and they've replaced them with somebody else. But like the original crew was like it, and they hit the ground running from there. They got Grammys. They've been everywhere. They, so
yeah, I looked it up. Them tickets,
household name for sure.
yeah,
an arm and a leg and a kidney. I was like, oh, y'all want to play?
Yeah. No, Pentatonix.
Okay.
That's what I said. They are decorated. So when I was like, oh yeah, they here, and they was kind of annoying. Why they be talking in unison and singing?
Oh my God! I'm so glad.
Yeah, that wouldn't bother you if we just all started harmonizing and Ye was listening. If somebody's listening to the podcast, that wouldn't annoy y'all a little bit. But y'all just start talking.
It would annoy me a lot of it.
Like, no, let's not do it. A lot of it. It irked my soul every time. I'm with the manager. What's her name? Was it Amanda? What was her name?
She was so annoyed.
She was annoyed.
Whoever she was my spirit animal because I'm like, y'all really? First of all, how y'all know how to do it on cue at the same time? Like,
it must be like a running joke with them or something. Like people think, are you guys gonna sing together? Are you guys? No, I bet you that's why they put it in the movie.
Had to.
Yeah. So the show is sold out. But they're so famous, and they were not famous, but now they're famous. So sadly, they do seem like the type to sing in harmony all the time, but like and talk in harmony all the time. But they ain't got no extra tickets right now, so he's kind of like drawing dead here. So here's the first roadblock. They end up at this bar. It's 9 a.m. and they go and meet this Davey character who is supposed to be having supposed to be this client who has the ticket because Layla's like, nah, I got a guy, right?
Be legit.
And and she thinks she got this all figured out. This man says he needs $800 in cash. He wants $800 in cash. Tricie J, who walking around with $800 in cash?
Not me.
In New York, that's what Teddy said. You got this much cash on you?
Listen, I think I barely keep $20 on me, if that.
Barely, straight up, barely. So
barely.
I think he was offered 12, and then now he's trying to get them for 7. She even gives away her necklace, and he's like, "All right, bet I'll send you the tickets." Now Teddy is trying to stop her because he's just like, "This just doesn't seem right," you know what I'm saying? But Davey gets away selling them a ticket from last year's concert, and Teddy gets maced. It was too much. There was too much going on at 9 a.m.
There was no reason why he should have got away because when he grabbed you going for your mace, just tackle him with him. He already stopped him. Just grab him and push him back the other way. You trying to mace somebody and the dude got away.
Yeah,
with your money and your necklace.
And I thought it was interesting that she never really tells Teddy the story about the airport. You know what I'm saying? Like she got Teddy doing this, but he doesn't know
everybody.
Yeah, he doesn't know that like this is the airport story.
Even he knew, the Davey dude knew the story. That your love thing, and he was like, "Don't you think you're giving too much information? Because that's how you get got."
And yet here we are, her with her clown nose on, and Teddy then got maced. So elsewhere, Pentatonix is prepping for their whole.
I got maced.
You would have left. I do. Okay, let's talk about that. So Teddy needs the job. He needs the job, but Tricie. There's a limit. You get maced on your job. I think you can leave. I think you can be like, I'm good.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I know this was some growth for Teddy too. Because he definitely could have left.
Yeah. He could. Yeah, for sure. Cause my eyes burning. First of all, you got maced by a client. I feel like at that point, you gotta talk to your boss or something like that. Like I know you about to fire me, but I literally got maced. I got maced, dog. What do you expect from us?
My eyes are gone. I'm back with one eye. How I'm gonna help find the tickets with one eye? Like
he should have shut it down.
He could have left.
Yeah, he should have.
He had a confidence in himself, but he needed Layla to instill that confidence to get back into the chef business because he
got to find something that works for him because this ain't it. So she gets him some milk and help with the pain, and he tells her like, "No, you gotta trust the process." And she finally tells him the story that her and James met. It was like magic. It was like they were truly meant to be together, and fate would take care of it. And she was obviously so wrapped up in fate because she could not tell this man was a con artist, Davey. But she believes that everyone has a person, but she thinks the universe is telling her that this love connection is going to happen, and now they got to meet with the Pentatonix lead because she got like this extra like this other hookup through like the Pentatonix people, right? Like, oh yeah, there's another group of people that got tickets, so they got to get there next. So they really on like this like scavenger hunt kind of rock where they're just bouncing from people to people looking for these tickets,
house to house. Spare change, spare tickets, anyone? Like the Squidward spare tickets, spare tickets.
They're doing the best they can, okay? So they end up in this building with these huge ceilings and decorations, and I meet this mysterious couple who is clearly expecting them. And the couple says they love Pentatonix, their voices speak to them, and it seems like they have like this freaky connection between them. And so Layla goes with the woman, and they're talking about Chappell. Yeah, you could tell, right? Okay, I was just about to say that. Like,
hold on, I thought this was about to be an eyes wide shut situation. I was like, what are y'all about to do? I thought we was about to have a different type of movie. I was like, what is this rated?
Yeah,
I had to like pause it real quick.
They divide and conquer. Like she takes Layla, the homeboy takes Teddy, and they like kind of scared.
Right. Teddy was scared.
I would have been scared too. Okay,
because he's like, what you mean?
I would say, no, I'm gonna sit here in the living room.
Come to the balcony. What do I need to come to the balcony for? To negotiate. So we can negotiate. What we negotiate?
It's high up in the air. It's cold. It's scary. This is some scary shit. Like I was like, nah, not for me. And so I think there was one line that really stood out between that woman and Layla. She was like, cheaters are supposed to wait until breaking up until January. You're not actually supposed to like break up during the holidays. And I was like, that's an interesting theory. Yeah. Well, I kind of feel like it's a merit to it because you can't break up after January because like Valentine's Day is coming up, and so you really want to beat Christmas. You got to get there in like October because then November you ain't got to bring them to the family function. People ain't gonna be looking for them, and then
planning it, do it
right. If you already got it on the mind, because then you got to buy. Why you buying Christmas gifts for somebody you about to break up with? What's that about? Why?
Because I wouldn't.
Because they weren't gonna break up with him. He wasn't gonna break up with her.
Yeah, he was.
He broke up with him. She caught him.
But why she shouldn't have broke up with him? She should have stuck around for Valentine's Day and tried to get a little something on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what? He is a doctor.
He in the doghouse. He feeling bad. He got caught. So I was like, all right. I don't necessarily subscribe, but I kind of understood what she was saying in that moment. So then there start to be like the hints that Teddy and Layla are kind of feeling each other because the one guy Javier is kind of like, this is adorable. You should probably consider this. What is this? What y'all got going on? Yeah. And I was like, okay. Yeah, like a part of me at this point is kind of thinking, do we want Teddy and Layla to be a thing? Or are we still holding out hope for James to pop up and still be the in-game relationship? So Rock, at this point, what were you thinking? Are you still like, are you team Teddy yet? Or are you still kind of like thinking, okay, we just got to get to that concert?
So I can't remember if this part happened before or after this when he got her the trail mix.
They're on their way to they're on the way and then they have the trail
right
mix.
Okay, yeah. I think so. Around this time, it's kind of like, you know what? I think Teddy's starting to really he may be getting a little sweet on Layla here, and I honestly can see. She don't see it yet. She's still blind to it, but I'm starting to see where this connection with them can actually happen. And James, we ain't seen James. I looked at the time. I said, we got 20 minutes left to movie. James ain't nowhere in the picture. Ain't no way.
Picture. James was clocked out. I ain't gonna lie. I forgot all about James at this point.
You was done.
Listen, yeah. I'm the type of person in my relationship. I like to go back and forth. I don't like no yes man. Like, oh no, let's go back and forth. And they kind of have this back and forth thing. So I was just like, I see it. I see what y'all doing there. I like it.
Yeah. So they have to get the extra ticket, but first he's got to buy this Chanel purse. And they end up they're running the errands. You can tell they got the chemistry. This is where, like Rock is talking about, he keeps snacks in his pockets. He got the trail mix as well. So there's a lot of that going on. And so so they end up going to the Sugar Plum limited edition holiday release of this bag. And it's a lot, we run into like a rude lady where she's being rude in there. We got to deal with like this little kid. Yeah. What? Teddy checked quick.
I would have said,
get yourself back in line.
You heard what he said.
Get back in line.
But wait, then old girl, what's her name? Michaela or Nick? What was the girl name? Whatever her name was, she was feeling Teddy. I don't know if he was being just willfully blind or he just really didn't know it. When she touched his arm, if you need anything, I said, hold on, I need something. Talk to me.
She was throwing that to me, and she was just like, hey.
Yeah, they also kept joking about Teddy looking like a youth pastor. I was like, okay, y'all doing a lot.
Y'all playing him.
They really playing him, and then other people are peeping. Yeah, but Layla's peeping that woman was interested in him, and I'm like, that's how you get them. When people realize that you want somebody else or other people want you, they make them want you more.
She's kind of cute. That's like
she didn't want to. Now that you mention it, I kind of see it too a little bit. So, yeah. But Teddy was like, "Oh, that girl is like ridiculously out of his league." He wasn't feeling. He was like, "Oh yeah, she ain't never gonna go for it." And Layla kind of sitting there like, "I don't know. I think that you might do something.
And then he said a girl that worked at Chanel store. How much money they be making at the Chanel store? Because he's like a girl like that.
It's probably commission. It's probably commission, huh? They probably making it off of each purse they sell. The purses be expensive. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Teddy knows what's going on. But yeah, there's this man and his kid, and they're there as well. And they tell Layla about the story about this. The kid has a sick mom, and they really were trying to get that purse for her. And it was like it made her realize what they hold dear. And so, although Teddy seems like he's got the purse, like he's gonna get this for her, she kind of taps out. She's like, "No, I don't know, man. I don't know." And that's where I'm like, Layla, you done already lost the plot because you didn't want to sell feet pics. You don't want the purse. Like, do you really even want to see James?
I'm sorry. I would have said, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Oh, that's good for you, baby.
I will take my gloves. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait, because two things. So then I think it was the girl Pentatonix member, or what was somebody in there? They was like, Layla gave the bag away. Did she really want to go to this concert? Did she really want to go?
Why you really want to see us or what? Like, what's up?
Do you want your true love or not? What's going on?
Christine,
but I will admit, I didn't catch this on my first watch. It was the second watch when old girl went to the back and she said she was gonna sneak them the purse when Teddy went to talk to her, right?
Like,
my silly self, when she was like, when she said it was gloves in there, I was like, oh, it really was out, and she just got them some gloves, but they were letting me know like, no, that was just like that fake, like, let me just pretend that it's your gloves.
Gloves for you, sir. Like,
thank you for my gloves. This is big ass bag. You like my gloves in this little bag?
I ain't know. I ain't know. It didn't register. You didn't.
She was down with the hustle. She really was. But you're right. Pentatonix was all in on the story at this point. They asking for updates now. So she gave the bag back. What you mean? Like, so they really all like trying to. They're kind of getting interested in whether or not this is happy because. I think Pentatonix they're putting it together first. They're like, well, I know she's looking for James, but we kind of want them with Teddy a little bit. I think
sabotage a little bit.
Right.
A lot of it.
What was they? What was the ship names? Was it Lames or what was they?
Lames or what was it?
Lady.
Lames. Yeah. They're trying to make it happen. And so Layla's starting to second guess if this is even a thing, right? If this is truly meant to be, would it be this hard? Tricie J, how do you feel about that thought process, right? Like if something is meant to happen, should you have to work for it a lot or should it come to you a lot easier?
That's a hard question because it depends. Sometimes you just kind of let things flow. And it might be little obstacle courses in between that time to get there. But I feel like unless it's forced, like you just gotta let stuff be. You know what I'm saying? You never really know. You just gotta let it flow.
Yeah. Rock. Teddy said maybe this is the universe trying to test her to see how bad she wants it. How do you feel about that?
See, I understand. Like Tricie kind of said, sometimes for some things. It requires work, right? You have to put in some type of effort because everything isn't just going to just fall into your lap. However, I know personally, just, I talk about this in my book, but like when I first chose my major to go to college, like it was something I was pre-med, right? And I was failing a class and I was like, this is crazy because if this is where I'm supposed to be, like it should work, right? And just things just weren't lining up. But when I switched my major and I changed my mindset because I was just doing pre-med because the money, right? But when I changed my mindset and I switched my major, everything started to fall in place. I got a job that was connected to my major. I got, found a mentor. Like, just things started to kind of fall in place. I still had to work for it, like to graduate and stuff, but the road got significantly smoother, right? So I'm more of the, like, it shouldn't be this difficult. There, you got to work for it. But if it's even last night, talking about Survivor, we found out that Rachel was supposed to be on the season. So I know we can't never give up.
You have to testify. You better preach. Yeah.
I'm about to preach it.
Tell us story. Tell us story.
She was supposed to be on, well, she was an alternate for Survivor 46, right? And ended up coming on Survivor 47 and winning. So my message was, what's supposed to be will be when it's supposed to happen.
Amen.
So it may not have happened yet. So don't underestimate the power of yet.
Look at that. They say trust the process. Okay. Trust the process. So then we have a bunch of cute moments, right? This is where they really start to be like, remember, this is a Christmas love story? Because
that cherry
the hell
ride.
Did they end up in a horse-drawn chariot? Yeah, like just
hold on. That's when Layla. That's when she got. That's when she got hooked. She said, "Oh, now wait a minute."
He said, "Oh, it's a pretty face, looking at pretty faces."
Yeah,
or something like that.
It's like snow in their face and stuff like that. The horses and the jingle bells.
Cute.
And all kinds
Man
of
laughing. He looking like, y'all just so dumb. Y'all need to be together.
They don't even know.
They don't even know.
They don't even know they in a movie right now.
And they both Pentatonix fans. See, that's the one thing. See, James really wasn't a Pentatonix fan. She kind of put him on Pentatonix when they was in the airport. And I'll give him the credit. He probably been listening because he did show up. He is going to meet her next Christmas. Like we saw, he bought the ticket. But no, Teddy, like, no, I'm an OG fan. Like, I was watching the sing off in 2011. I was there. So it's very like clear that they got a lot more in common than they might have thought. And so they end up getting to Roxy's. There's having wine, and Teddy's in the kitchen whipping up some food. And then this when the lust starts. Tricie J, she like, look at his body. Got some arms. He got some cakes.
I was looking at it. I said, "Oh,
just
look at you back there bodying."
I said, back there bodying with that body that you bodied, right?
He was bodying. I said, "Look at you."
And Roxy about, girl, he found seasonings I ain't never knew I had, pans and pots didn't know existed.
So funny, and that's when we found out he was a cook. He, like you said, he used to be working at this fancy restaurant, and he might have even cooked for her in the past because she started talking about like, oh, I was at that restaurant. He's like, I used to work at that restaurant.
Maybe that's where I met you from. Maybe
right, and this is more of the fake conversations, right? Like, it's like we were so focused on the fake with her and James that like maybe this Teddy thing was meant to be all along because he became a concierge to be able to take better care of his mom, and it's a flexible job, and so it's like all of that led him to this moment meeting with Layla, and so they get a call. Teddy's cousin allegedly has a ticket, but when they get there, there's some complications.
Gotta work for it.
Gotta work for it. And Teddy shows up with Layla, and Jordy has a scheme. The cousin Jordy has a scheme. He's like, you gotta lip sync Jordy. For your life. For your life, Rock. What I was not expecting this man to be like, basically, you gotta go compete in a competition. And he like puts them in like RuPaul's Drag Race boot camp.
Listen, he was Tyra Banks and them. Get into formation. I was rooting for you. Like he was not playing with them. I've never in my life yelled at anybody like this.
That was what's her name? Lorianne from Making a Beauty.
Yeah, Boom Cat. Yeah, Boom Cat. Yeah.
Exactly.
What's the name from Dancing Dolls? He want the baddest heifers on the floor.
Miss D. Like
for sure.
Y'all are so funny. But no, it's so accurate because he was so serious. He like, I would be in the competition, but I can't. But the runner-up last year, me, slashed the tires of the winners, and so I kind of got a lifetime ban. Right. It's so
he was determined.
So he has to whip them into shape, and put them in like this competition against drag performers and Broadway performers. They got like 12 to 14 hours left. Like they really on crunch time. Like you're thinking if you're supposed to be looking for Pentatonix tickets. This is probably the longest possible way that you can do this, right? Like you're about to spend a lot of time, and I don't think they was mad about it because they doing some lifts. It's a lot of touching going on, y'all. It's a lot of touching, like this waist action.
Put them hands on them
That's
hips.
what he said. Hands on
leg.
Yeah, I would have said, "Woo."
That sexy leg grab and dip. I said, all right, yeah. Now look, we done lost the plot. What we doing, y'all? What happened to James? What happened to James?
James who?
The Winnie Williams. James.
Yeah, who is James? So Teddy's mom ends up being there as well, and she got him making creme brulee, and then that's like the like gotcha moment, right? That's where it all starts to make sense.
Would have folded.
Yeah. Oh, not folded, not off of the creme brulee.
When they was in that kitchen and they was being all cute, would have folded.
See,
listen, if food is a way to my heart, okay? This is a cute little man. If mama one third, I would have been like, fam.
I already know the answer. Chappell, are you the type to play with food the way they was doing all that icing on the nose, all that?
No,
I can't.
But it was cute.
Absolutely not. No,
I can't get with it.
That was for the movie. Nobody do that shit in real life. I don't think people do that in real life. I don't know what other people do, but black people don't be doing that. But it was very, very cute.
Right. She recognizes that he had one of the little creme brulee cups as one of his paperclip holders. She got one, obviously, because she picked it off of him at the airport on accident. So now
Sriracha guy. Sriracha.
Right. The pieces are coming together and it's getting romantic. We're getting slow song, we're getting slow motion cooking. This is another body. Okay, this is another body. It's a body. Because I was like,
this is an acceptable body because she's single. It's an acceptable body.
Is she single though? Because her and James got a date tonight.
She do not go. No, it don't matter if she got a date anyways.
You gonna catch your body on a day of your date? That's just
they don't go together.
You gonna catch
because we still don't know if James is gonna show up.
We do. We seen James on the picture. We seen James in the picture.
James,
we don't even know James' last name. No,
James could have been at his nephew's house. With
James Airport is all we know.
She didn't care about James' last name when she was sharing AirPods with him.
She did.
James from Philly. You know what I'm saying? So
but this is another situation.
I just felt like this was a body. I'm just saying this is a body. And it was kind of it was steamy, y'all. Like I was kind of like, oh, like you said, it kind of got a little.
It did. Should I be watching this a little bit?
Right.
Thing kicked up a little bit.
But then mama, she saw what it was. She was like, I'm good now. You ain't gotta stay home with me. I'm fine. I'm well.
Live your life. Mama gotta have a life too. Go on and live your life. And so she's like trying to really like, hey Teddy, you need to open the restaurant. And he's talking about his confidence isn't really there. She ends up telling him like fear leaves him, reluctant to dream. And then his mom starts stepping in. Like they're all being like, bro, go live your life. Go enjoy yourself. Stop worrying about what we got going on. Live in your purpose. That's what I'm talking about. Right. So the next morning, Layla is asleep under the tree. And I'm like, okay, come on, Teddy, pay attention. She right there, gift wrapped. You know what I'm saying?
Gift up under the tree, ready.
Right. She gift wrapped.
Do people watch people sleep? Is that a thing?
That's weird.
You got to be in Christmas love for that. You be watching people sleep
with my kids.
Well, yeah,
you don't like your person. Like you watch Steve sleep. Does Steve watch you sleep?
What do you mean by like watch? Like just sit
like
there
how
like
was
this?
How she was sleeping.
He was just staring at her like she was a TV.
No, that's weird. I might sure and be like, get up. No, that's weird. We don't be doing that.
Yeah.
But I do say paranoid. I'll be looking at my kids like, are you breathing?
You gotta make sure. You gotta make sure. That's you're a mother. You're supposed to be able to do that stuff. Okay. So Jordy does not care about the romance. He don't care nothing about what's going on because they got a competition. And the next thing you know, we are at the ball. And it's clear this is a whole to-do, right? This is bigger than we could have ever believed. Like, okay, the competition is everywhere. And Teddy, this is another part when Teddy kind of remembers and catches, Layla, you got a peanut allergy. You really like, it's like very clear. That
he's like, I know for a fact, I know the company that makes those. Don't eat that.
Yeah. Don't eat that. He's locked in.
She felt something in that moment. She's like, oh.
She felt that little tingle. She said, oh.
She did. She felt a tingle.
She did.
That's one of the aftershocks from that sex they had when they was in the kitchen touching all over each other. Because
that's exactly what that was.
Mm-hmm. The aftershock.
Unacceptable body.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So we see that like Jordy has them all sparkled up and he's ready. Like he's collecting their phones and all kinds of stuff. He's like, nah, this performance is gonna be everything. And we get Christina Milian singing Santa Baby and Teddy as Santa being seduced in his sleigh. Another body on stage in front of all these people. Because this, I was like,
same body, she already bodied.
They body, yada, 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 yada. There's a lot of bodies on this stage and on this show. Like
She's a grown woman. She can body whoever she want to body.
And I thought they was gonna win. I thought this was the moment where we finally get the moment. They ain't win.
I knew it was gonna be second place because you know where they messed up. I think they could have won, but remember the dude who was over it. He does not like Jordy, and he found out Jordy said, "Oh, I'm their coach." I knew from that moment he's like, "Scratch, they ain't winning."
I would have been like, "I don't know them."
Yeah, the performance was good. They do the dip, they do the lift, and all that kind of stuff, and then they kissing in front of everybody. At that point, I was like, "F that concert. What are we doing? Like, why? This ain't good enough for you, Layla. You got to let that go.
Let James go, baby.
It's going to the house."
It was time. It was over. So they.
But where's she gonna wear that nice red dress that old girl from the rich girl gave her?
They could go on a date at this point. You know, like that's what I'm saying. Like y'all have already y'all
we go together
like
at this point. I don't know.
Right? You didn't cheated on James 2-3 times already. This man out here waiting up. as far as we know, he waited for you at the concert.
Not cheated on James.
Oh no, they got second. They lost. Oh, that was the last hope for them to get the tickets. Like,
yeah. And we kind of like, they don't need them tickets. Like, you know, like we kind of was over it at that point. But but we find out that it's a Christmas miracle. You know what I'm saying? And although they got second place, there is a little, I guess we're getting some information from Pentatonix, right? It's looking as that they don't got the tickets, but they're glad. They're glad. They like, I don't want to give it to Layla. She don't need to go to the concert. Like, she needs to be with Teddy, right? And they even start talking about it. Like, should we be interfering in this? Is this even our business?
Right.
I'm like, hey, it's too late. Y'all in it. Okay?
Like, but we need to do it. And then the other half is like, but look what this Teddy, the emojis he's sending us. He giving us paragraphs. Like,
I would have been like, I need to know how this ends. Call him.
I need to know how this ends. Call him. Bring him on to the concert. Yeah. And so they it's kind of iffy now. They didn't kiss or whatever. Everybody's kind of awkward, but it's cute as hell. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? So now they have these tickets, and Jordy and Roxy are trying to get Layla to the ticket. They're like, all right, we gotta go. We gotta get to the Pentatonix concert because Pentatonix is kind of like, if they show up here and it work out, it work out. If it don't work out, it don't work out. But we gotta get her here first. That's the most thing. And so Teddy also has a role in this. She can't just go by herself because Teddy has been hired to play Santa in this. And I was like, this sounds like y'all trying to set him up. You know what I'm saying? Like that, this definitely sounds a little like, all right, everybody's got their hands in this for sure. Because why y'all got this random man playing Santa?
Because the other one was drunk since 3:00.
The other one was drunk. And I just feel like we should hear both sides because it's Christmas. Danita, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
3:00. I do
and ho ho ho
Christmas.
It's Saturday.
I'd be a little buzzed on Christmas. I ain't gonna lie to you. Not even gonna hold you. It's 3:00. That's perfect time to go sit down. You know, that's perfect time. So he needs to get to the theater and be a good Santa. Roxy's like, it's clear that Layla is not sure about this anymore. So we know that she's got some doubts. But again, she's come this far, so she can't even really just let it go. And so she's talking about Teddy, and it's clear like she's gushing about him, talking about his dance ability, all that kind of stuff. And then
she's doing a review.
Still kind of like, yeah, she's doing a review.
Like, that's a yes or no question. I didn't ask you all that.
This is for his job. Nobody want to care. Like, he's still gonna get fired if you put there he's a good dancer. That's not gonna save this man's job.
Right. That's not.
Yeah. But she says her world melted away when they kissed. I'm like, all right, that's it. Forget James. I don't know what we're gonna do in James there, but we forget James, right? She's coming.
James gonna have to mind his business,
right? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Teddy's having the worst day of his life, though. Outside of that, I mean, he's getting splashed with water. He gets hit in the face.
That's like one of my fears. Like, I don't want to say fears, but like that's one of the scenarios I would hate to be in because it's like, what do you do if you get splashed with water? Because you can't be mad because it wasn't necessarily on purpose, but then you can't get no get back even if it was because they gone. So it's like,
it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go home.
I would have packed it up and went home.
I remember one time I wasted coffee on my shirt. I had a white shirt on. I wasted coffee on my shirt before a work meeting. Do you know I went to Target and bought a new shirt? No, sir. I am not doing this.
I would do the same thing.
And you took it back, right? The shirt back after.
No, that's my shirt now. That was a nice shirt. I was like, oh yeah, I can keep this shirt. But
sorry,
if anything,
shirts.
Right, this is a nice shirt. This shirt is not. So I got,
that's all yours.
Right. So that's why I'm like, I've been there. If somebody splashed you or something like that, you at that point you just kind of gotta go home. All right, it must not be my.
This
day.
is fake.
Look, we're gonna start the day over.
Yeah, God said hit reset on the day. So everything is looking up. He gets in. He starts, of course, like freaking out over Pentatonix. They're happy to see him, and they're all laughing at the fact that he's having such a bad day. But then they're also trying to get Teddy to realize, like, hey, we know you're here doing this, but you and Layla, you know,
y'all
got it. Y'all got it, right? But we see that Airport James actually does show up, and he's got his flowers, and he's just there, sitting there, waiting on fate to deliver his love to him. Yeah, he's sitting there. So if you Layla at this point, you just walk away. Tricie, just you see James, you see the flowers, you know he came there for dinner, you know y'all had a pact, you know that y'all caught that body at the airport. Do you still leave him standing there, or do you at least go say something?
I'm gonna see what old dude said, and then I'll circle back to James if that don't work.
She put James on the back.
I'm just being real. Just being real.
Yeah,
because it honestly could have worked out. Like if
I might have to swing the block back. I don't know.
If Teddy wasn't feeling her, then she could have been.
You take a chance with James.
And James didn't have things. Like, I didn't have no ticket. I lost my ticket. It flew away in the New York wind or something because it started snowing all crazy out there too. And so she could have came up with something and still got James, baby.
Well, she does decide to go approach James, and she's like, "Oh my God, Airport James, I'm in love with somebody else. I'm looking to find him.
I'm in love with another man, and I know it ain't right."
Airport James might not even know who she is because he got a whole ass girlfriend, and
because I was like, "Who is that?"
Right. We didn't talk about you showing up with somebody else. Like we always thought we supposed to go up here single.
He got him an older woman, huh? A little refined woman, a mature woman.
Not a mature woman. Christina Milian ain't no spring chicken.
No, not her. But I mean,
no, I'm saying they probably about the same age.
She looked a little. She was.
She did not look that old.
Right. Why are you doing that lady like that? Why are you doing that lady like that?
No, because she was still beautiful, but she looked a little seasoned.
You got your.
I saw some gray in her head.
He ain't that young himself.
Right. These people is
almost 40.
No, meet me at Christmas.
Meet me next Christmas. Yeah, meet me next Christmas. What you gonna look like? Airport James' girlfriend. That's what you finna look for?
Yep. Y'all keep talking. I'm gonna find it.
You probably don't even have a name.
Right. And she didn't have no lines, I don't think. So this is a little embarrassing, but whatever. She tried it. And now she needs to get inside. But Teddy has to do this grand romantic gesture, and he's having a tough time getting up on the house that he has to slide down the chimney because he's afraid of heights. But he's willing to do all of this for Layla. Now, Layla is interesting to me because she backstage and she's just like, I just need to get in. Oh my God, I need to get in. I'm like, Layla.
She pissed me off.
Or you could have went to the front at this point.
Also, you know where he is. He's in the concert. You know where he's going to be. You know where his mama stay. You know where he works.
That part.
Why can't you just be like, all right, I'll catch you after the concert? Like, it's not to me. What do you think he in there doing? Like, fall in love with somebody else that quick? I mean, don't get me wrong. Y'all be moving fast in this movie, but that's hella fast. I don't think she had nothing to be worried about, Tricie.
I don't think so either. Like, she really could have just met him at the house. She really could have went to his job the next day. Like, hey.
She could have used her ticket to go through the front door like she was supposed to. She's trying to barter and negotiate and question.
Like, you got a ticket, fam.
To get through the back. And she listened to his speech. I mean, that's me. We'll go to the front.
Right. You know his mama. You know his cousin. You know where his mama stay at. You know where he works.
You know him more.
You know this man. You know way more about him.
You know, ate this man sriracha.
Airport James. You ate this man sriracha, and that is a body. So just so you know, like, you don't have to do this, but it's you know, we got a little dramatics. You know what I'm saying? It's the pressure is on. Eventually, somebody literally like, hey, go inside, use the front door.
He told her, he was
so,
like, well, you can still use the front. Your ticket work at the front. It don't work in the back. It
She
work
like
at the front.
dramatic
that's,
run.
That's
in the snow.
crazy.
Ah,
Right.
I gotta go.
I gotta go. But she didn't want to miss his big dramatic gesture, right? He's like, gotta do his line, ho ho ho, which I mean, we all could have figured that one out. And he also takes off his Santa costume, and he is wearing like a suede crush velvet or something. Like, what is this?
Number. I said,
Velvet
oh,
something.
he
They
he
did give it to him.
ate
They
up.
told him he had to put that suit on in the back.
Yeah, they said that youth pastor
up.
look. This is not going to
Like, we're
work
not about to
here.
do with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's not what you think it is. And so yeah, he finally like tries to call her up on stage, like Layla, and she bursts in at the last minute in this dress, and she is looking good as hell. All right, like at that point, I'm like,
The
oh
girl
yeah,
don't age.
yeah, yeah, stunning.
That was
Showed
love
up.
don't cost a thing.
That was
You know
that
what
It
was
took me back.
It was, yeah. I was doing the dance, for Love Don't Cost a
Same.
Thing. Yeah. Don't get me like I was like, okay, we back. So of course he calls her up. She bursts into the room in the dress. Everybody's looking, everybody's invested in this. And then they kiss again to this massive applause. They even join Pentatonix on stage for a song. And then James from the airport is kind of in the crowd, like, hey, remember that girl about at the airport? I think she found love. Look at Faith. And honestly, that's the movie. That's the whole movie, y'all. It was cute as hell, y'all.
It was really cute. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. I'm still mad she did all that for a ticket to go to that concert and missed the concert. But
she did miss the concert. But she got a chance to perform with Pentatonix a little bit, and she got the man. She even met Airport James, which I mean it's part of the deal, right? Like if we can meet up. She met him next Christmas.
She had the best day of her life, honestly.
Yeah. She won. She big won. So
she did.
Yeah. But that's the movie. That's the whole entire movie, y'all. I thought it was fun. I thought Netflix did a good one. I don't know, like it dropped in November, like right before the holidays, which I think is a disservice because I think if it drops in December, I think a lot of people are talking about it. But
they always do that though. Today. They always do their like Christmas movies in November, like the Brandy's Christmas movie that she did. They did it in November too last year, so it's like they
dropped like December 2nd.
Okay, yeah.
So, I think for numbers purposes, I guess, because
Netflix drops a lot of stuff. Probably. Yeah, and they got a lot of content too in December. They got a lot of stuff going on right now, and of course, we try to cover as much as we can. But I just feel like if they had put it in December, I think it really would have hit real because we're gonna drop this on Christmas now. So if you listen to this, ho ho ho, it's Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you better ho
Merry
ho
ho.
ho. Right, Merry Brimas. But thank y'all so much for coming and joining me to talk about this because I've been trying to get y'all on. I feel like this was Tricie J was like, nah, this is cute as hell. We gonna talk about. I was like, bet, let's do it. Let's talk about it. And this was such a good idea. Yeah. Rock, thank you for finally joining me, brother.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, my good sir, for having me. It's been an honor. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. Always. And Tricie, of course, always welcome here on Recap Kickback. Tell us what y'all are working on over on the who all gonna be there, so I gotta say that because that's how y'all be acting when I ask y'all to come on here. So the who all gonna be there podcast.
Who all gonna be there?
Yeah, who all gonna be there? Who all coming?
Chappell need to be over there soon.
Again, y'all know how to reach me. I'm down. What we gonna talk about? What we finna do?
Call me, reach me.
Traders. That's what we talking about next.
Yeah,
the
traders are next. So in January, around the 9th is when it drops. So somewhere around then, we're gonna pick up the traders coverage, and then following that, the challenge. I detest the challenge, but my best friend Diane, the All-Star Rogers is back. So we'll be covering that periodically as well because the challenge too dang long. Ain't no sense y'all show be lasting 5 months. But anyway,
that's a lot.
Yeah,
it do be long.
It's really a lot. It's really a lot.
So we're gonna be covering that.
It's long, y'all. And y'all gonna make me watch the challenge. Oh my god, I hate that show so much. Okay,
I know.
For y'all, I tune in. Y'all know I like to pop in the chat and be a menace.
We're watching for Devale.
We'll do it for Devale.
Literally.
Yeah,
but definitely traders. Definitely traders for sure.
Traders coming
and
up. Of course, we got New Year stuff coming up as well. So yeah, you got anything else on the horizon, or we just like because y'all talk about reality TV, but I know y'all do a lot over there. Hey, who are gonna be there?
We be doing what we feel like. It depends on the day, honestly. It depends on what the wind brings in.
Because our schedules are just so we're in so many different places in life and different things going on. So we really have to. It has to be serendipitous in order for it to really
like today.
Like today.
For it to really work. But yeah, so we're kind of we on in break. We may pop out with something. If we do, you need to be on Who All Gonna Be Their podcast channel on YouTube with the notifications on and subscribe so you don't miss if we have something special coming out. So make sure you are following us there, and we're also on Twitter and Instagram at Who All There. And personally, my Instagram is at rock_and_Rollerson, and my Twitter is rock_and_Rollerson.
Yes, and Tricie, where do people can find you at? You know, they missed you here. I'm telling you, it's welcome back. We get a lot of people like they didn't even know you until today. Because
I said I hope they miss me after today.
Eric,
I hope y'all miss me.
Eric, hey, Eric, you can follow me. Y'all know where I am at Tricie J, TricieJay on everything. I'm very, very basic. I don't do all that extra stuff. At Tricie J on Twitter, at Tricie J, everywhere you can find me. And everywhere that Eric said you can find him, you can also find me.
Hey, that's who I'm gonna be there. Okay,
keep it simple. Hey,
yes. And then of course you can check out all our other coverage here for the holidays. We got Gia and I are talking about How to Ruin Christmas. It's a South African show on Netflix, and it is cracked. It is so funny. It's so good.
What?
We did
I'm about to watch that.
Right.
That podcast should be out on the Recap Kickback feed. It is one of the funniest things I've seen on Netflix in a long time. And it is a Christmas show as well, but it is wild. So check that out. Make sure you keep up with all our other coverage. Mari and I got a lot of good things coming your way as well. But this is just in time for the holidays. So yeah, we want to give you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays for whatever it is that you celebrate. Happy winter, happy season's greetings, and Happy New Year to you as well. We will be back after the New Year with more content from Recap Kickback. But until next time, for Rock, for Tricie J, and for myself, of course, you ain't got it home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Merry Christmas all, and to all a good night. Peace.
Ho, ho, ho.
I've been trapped behind Tall Maria, isolated like it's North Korea. Smaller city with some bigger dreamers. The wall is cracked, I'm looking in between it. The world is yours, but man, I gotta see it. They say it's hard, but man, I gotta see it. The air I'm breathing can't feel my chest. Wait on life, I wanna hold my breath. I'ma get in my goddamn self.